The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol wants to hear directly from former President Donald Trump.
During a public hearing today, that committee voted unanimously to subpoena him. And today's hearing focused on Trump's communications and actions leading up to and directly after the attack.
ABC's Justin Finch joins us live from Capitol Hill with more on today's developments. Justin?
Well, and Shannon, an eventful day from start to finish here. The 9-member panel wrapping up likely its final public hearing for now with those eye-opening revelations about the deadly January 6th Capitol attack. The bipartisan House Select Committee largely focusing on former President Trump's state of mind on January 6th, alleging he had a long-standing plan no matter the outcome of the 2020 election to remain in power.
President Trump had a premeditated plan to declare that the election was fraudulent and stolen before Election Day, before he knew the election results.
He's going to declare victory, but that doesn't mean he's the winner. He's just going to say he's the winner.
We have got to finish the proceedings, or else it would have a complete victory.
The committee airing this gripping new video capturing bipartisan congressional leaders in hiding but working together to continue certifying the election results, even as the violent mob raged at the Capitol.
Sergeant Arms, be in touch about the process. We're getting members back in the building.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President.
Over the course of 9 hearings, the committee tried to make its case to the American people that Trump and his allies were determined to overturn the 2020 election, starting on election night.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
The committee alleging Trump knew he had lost, but he and his inner circle urged state election officials to find more votes and pressured former Vice President Mike Pence to reject the electoral vote count. Committee Vice Chair Liz Cheney warning such a plan could happen again.
What happens when the president disregards the court's rulings as illegitimate? When he disregards the rule of law? That, my fellow citizens, breaks our republic.
And today's hearing also featuring bombshell revelations that the Secret Service was aware about the potential for January 6 violence 10 days before the riot, including plans to kill former Vice President Pence. As we have now seen and heard, the committee also voting to subpoena former President Trump. And as for now, no plans to subpoena the former Vice President. And Shannon?
So, Justin, in light of this subpoena vote for President Trump, what is next for him then and the committee?
Well, it's unclear at this point if the former president will comply. He did wonder on social media why the committee waited so late in the hearing to vote on his subpoena. Of course, not complying could risk even more legal challenges for him down the road. And as for the committee, they still have more witnesses they want to speak with and more evidence to review. Their final report is due out by the end of the year. On Capitol Hill, Justin Finch, Denver 7, and Shannon, back to you guys.
Justin, thank you very much for that report.